Alright everybody, this is Adam, you know me, Smith Welding Restoration. What we have today, what we're going through is the fast track of a scrub and bump and shoot. This is a 1966 Ford F100, the owner's request, old but new. So it's a little lumpy yet, it's imperfect in so many ways, but what I've got here is 20 minutes of jamming this vehicle out from start to finish. So enjoy, leave your comments, suggestions, hate mail down at the bottom, thumbs down, thumbs up. I gotta be honest, this video is for my own self-gratification. I really hope you all enjoy it, but at the end of the day I don't give a shit. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this project. I enjoyed the owner. It was a lot of fun. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you like what you see. We'll catch you on the next one. Alright folks, here we are, 66 F-150. This is gonna be on frame, very light smoothing out. We won't really call this a restoration. We're going to call this a repair and paint job. Right now there were reflectors that I'm just getting the fuck off the truck. I'm going to have to pull the bumpers, tailgate. We got bolts in the bed I'm going to have to go ahead and pull, because we're going to have to move the bed just enough to paint the front side of the bed and the back side of the cab. I should take my paint marker and write right on this shit what it is and where it goes. Owner's probably going to have to get a new piece for here. But in all, so you know, there's going to be some minor metal repair. We're not going to get real deep. We're going to massage it. This one we'll go through and just kind of massage it out. Replace some metal where we have to. We're going to shoot a bed liner kit in the bed under the rail. It's an enamel paint job, so kind of a blow and go. It will go through sealer and blocking and all these things. We're not putting out a perfect truck on this one, but she's going to be pretty when we're done. He wants to drive it. He wants to drive it regularly, so that's what we're going to take care of. Well, let's walk the strip down. Grills, lights, bumpers, emblem on the hood, washer arms, the cowl does not come off, antenna, badging, mirrors. The doors will stay on this one, but we'll pull the handle and the lock mechanism most likely. It's best to. Glass is going to stay in this one. For better or for worse, glass is going to stay in this one. The trim comes off. You know, again back here, we'll pull that lip off of the tailgate. I've got a little bit of metal work I'll do on the tailgate, but we're not going to get crazy. Again, this is to smooth it out, make it look good, and give them some more years behind the wheel. She's more solid than you would believe. Yeah. That pretty much sums it up. There's not a lot of teardown to do on this one. Alright, so we got that off of there. Do it down on the cart. Your mechanic is stripping it, less than what we're willing to put out. Let me show you kind of what we're using. I don't know the company, but it's a 36 grit. It's actually a felt back. Hook it. I've never used these before. That's the first disc Joe's got on his grinder. Usually I was accustomed to using these, and you get those warm and they fucking shoot off across the shop and put an eye out or something. Bad deal there. But we're just plugging away on this. You can see where we're getting into a lot of filler. We'll knock a lot of those lumps out like we did on this side. Yeah, I got this side all skimmed out for the most part. Less filler than it looks like, trust me. Bed's off. The back of the cab looks good. The front of the bed looks good. So we're into minimal in these areas. We'll go down here where the rust is at and get it cleaned up. be pulling that hood off and the doors off soon enough. Let me show you something here. These are carriage bolts dropped to the bed, right? So I actually welded them to the bed. We cut the spot welds, pull the bolts out, pull the things open to the gun. Alright, you can see where, go ahead. We cut out some metal. We got a little more metal to cut out like that corner, which is gone. It was filled with fiberglass before we got to it. We're skimming everything off. This is a driver. This is not concourse. We skim it, we knock it down, level out the surface, and move on. Alright, YouTube land. I'll tell you what. I was going to do a little video set showing this patch panel. Okay, I was going to try to make it out of one piece and so forth. I'm just not that fucking good. I made this out of two pieces, got it patched in, welded up. I'm going to pull a short strand on it and move on with life. There you go. Underneath. That's obviously, you can see where I lapped it there. Lapped it around the corner. I actually butt welded that lower seam and that seam down. I butt welded those. This is all 18 gauge. It's old enough. It's good, heavy, thick, sturdy steel. So what I wound up doing is I got the side of it done, and I broke a 90 on it so I could fold it in there. Bead is right there. Well, that bead is right there, and broke that 90 and I folded it around where it comes up underneath. It comes up underneath and it breaks real hard. I went ahead and relief cut it, folded it up and welded that, knocked it down flat, continued to shrink that edge up and around. Then I got it right on the edge of that radius on this back corner, and I just rolled it over a pipe. Trimmed the fit, clamped it up, welded it on, and ground it down. This back section I could butt weld everything easily enough. It was just a little sliver, about 8 inches tall, like 2 inches at the top, 2.5 inches at the top, tapering down. I nailed it. I'm gonna hit this with fiberglass. I got what, 6 or 8 holes to weld up on this bedside, and then the boys can go ahead and finish the exterior of this bed. Once we get there, I'll patch in the floor of the bed. I'm not gonna do a hi-fi job on this. I'm sorry. This job doesn't call for it, but I want to make it solid again, make it functional. So I'm gonna pull some short strand, and I'm pretty much fucking done for the day. I had a short day, so I came back this evening and tried to get some work done. It succeeded. I needed that done so I can knock out these holes to weld up in the morning and give it to the boys and let them run like hell. Alright, we mashed it out, built that corner. Came out well. I ended up doing 2 pieces, splitting it. I'm actually going to have to run tape line and then cut that seam open. Same thing on this side, though not as dramatic. I'll cut it open and seam seal it. So we've been plugging away on the 66. I'll kind of show you. You know, we're going to smooth that out and fiberglass the bad parts is all we're doing to the tailgate. It's a tailgate. It can get replaced easily. We scrubbed the back of the cab. Not very aggressively. This all we got pretty aggressive with. We went all the way to 36 grit. And then we're going to come back, 80 grit DA, get the doors off, body work them, get them into sealer so I can jam them, throw them back on the cab. Owner didn't want to do the core support just right now. It's just not in the works, so we're going to work with what we've got. So that's where we're at. We're basically ready to pull the doors off and body work them and get them in the sealer and jam them. I'd like to be able to shoot the cab hole with the hood and the doors on it. Alright, so we're back here on this. Bed liner in there, so it's still kind of dirty. Everything's been tacked off, wiped down, sanded down. I just kind of want to pop in and say, hey, this is where we're at. Yeah, there's a few lumps left. It's a driver. Hey, it's going to be imperfect when we're finished, but it's not rotting out. We'll come back, we'll check it out. Well, let's see what I did today. I still think it's going to need rub. I think it's got a little peeliness in here. But god damn it, it came out and exceeded my expectations. Again, you know, it's a driver. We're not going for concourse here. We just want a driver. You can see a little more texture than I'd like. Got the inside of the hood jammed, inside of the doors. We're gonna hang those tomorrow. Poking in, showing you what's going on the 66 F100 project. We're fast tracking along best we're able. Hood liner's in. I gotta get some more liner for the tailgate. Box is painted. It needs washed and polished. The tailgate's completely dead. We packed it and we're painting. Owner understands. He sees the progress. He knows where we're at. I'm not telling him this is primo shit, okay? So don't think I'm trying to get one over on somebody. Body's really, really straight. There's very little body work to dicker with. We're getting the front end mocked up because it was a bear to take apart, clean this stuff up. The boys right now, they're working. We stripped it. We've come back with 80 and feathered everything out. We're gonna bring it all the way up to 500. We're gonna get sealer on it. As long as it lays down, we go, all right, march right into paint. We got some floor patching. Just quick floor patching is all it is. Simple, concise, quick. Old, but new. We're not getting real deep. There's a very slim budget. Obviously, we're already past our timeline. That seems to be how things used to work around here. We got other stuff on the backlog as well. But here we are. That's jamming out real well. It's Friday the 12th. And we're going to be in here tomorrow. I hope to have the doors jammed, the hood and the doors on the cab, the truck in the booth, and ready to shoot. I want to leave tomorrow, if it's not all done, if it's not all painted, I want it ready to paint Sunday morning. And I'll shoot Sunday morning coffee, and zoom in here and get it done. That's where we're at. I'll talk to you later. Alright, well, I got some dry up here on the hood. I knocked that down with some wet sand. Again, this is quickie, insy, outsy, jam. There's nothing here that a wool pad can't take care of that I'm concerned about at all. Yeah, I am mad at this. This came out exceedingly well for what it is we were charged to do. Oh, this is a new kid, Joe. He's been here over a month. And this was kind of his bounty. He tore the doors apart, put the doors back together. He hadn't done one of these before, so I just kind of threw it in his lap and made him deal. It's an enamel. It's very hot and humid here, so it's very soft still. And he's going to bring it back in a couple weeks so we can properly buff out a couple areas of concern. I got some dry spray on my pillars here and on the hood. Everything else came out very, very well. What's up, Joe? You ever done this kind of work before here? No? He's very talkative, as you can tell. So this is kind of the final walk around. I'm going to get some photographs before it leaves. Old but new. This was Glenn's request, and I really feel that we nailed it. We straightened out the bed quite a bit. We had to replace some metal in the floor pan on this side, and that cab corner, that box corner over there, if you recall. We didn't pull the front clip off. We pulled the bed off so we could paint the back of the cab. But this was just a breeze through. We scrubbed it down, we sealed it, we painted it, really. Very minor body work. We did a lot of body work on the bed because it was so rough. But the rest of the body was pretty straight. You got dings and scratches. They just are. You know, that's part of the character of the truck at this point. Bed lined it. Let's swing in here real quick. I got 4 little caps I forgot about that go over the hinge bolts in the door. They're still very tacky. And the tailgate. The tailgate is a Bondo baby. Showed Glenn everything we're dealing with, and he knows. It's not like I'm tricking, scheming, or skeezing. It's still very soft. But you know, we taped off and painted the Ford white again. Everything was done with what'll appear a very hurried hand on this one, and we were hurrying right along through it, but it was through design. We still wanted the character of the truck. He didn't want to make it a shiny new show truck. He wants to drive it, use it like a truck. So yes, we hurried our hand through. There are scratches, there are dings, there are imperfections that will forever be there. That's how it is. So we're wrapping up this adventure on the 66 F100. I'll catch you folks later. Alright. '66 F100. A little lumpy, a little imperfect, things to improve upon. She's gonna make a nice driver for Glenn.